Hello and welcome to Side Living. Today is Tuesday and this is my second week of going to the food truck haul that's about 20 miles away. Today I calculated the gas cost and I think I did that last week too, but according to how many miles per gallon my car gets and the cost of gas right now, which for us is $4.40 a gallon. I'm going to start factoring that in when I go get the food, and I will put that into my grocery budget. That way it's not cutting into our gas budget, which is what we use for other things like church and picking up a kid that I babysit from school. So that being said, it was between $8 and $9 to go there and back to be a part of this food truck. And so I'm rounding it to $10 every week. So that is $40 out of our grocery budget that needs to be allotted if I continue this food truck haul. Because I haven't been getting as much babysitting with between sick kids and kids transitioning, and one kid that I had, the mama that paid really good, she just had her baby, so she's home for the next few months. So we've lost that income. Anyway, all this to say, I just decided for the next few months to go ahead and I just decided to go ahead and do this just for the time being. Today I talked to one of the leaders or people in charge of the food trucks, and I asked them, I was like, okay, here's the situation, here's what I do. I also share with 5 other ladies in our church. We are up to 5 people in our little group, and just explained the situation. And I said, but the main thing is I don't want to short anybody, because I also do the one in Monroe. She said that it's not a problem. The thing is, they usually end up with leftovers, and depending on what the leftovers are, if they're cheese or whatever, they actually take it back. But if they have like produce, they try to get all of that out. So we did have more produce today, so I will turn that around and share with you. I do have that elderly couple that share with me, and you'll see what they kept for themselves. And this is supposedly per car, per number of people in your household. But I was one of the last ones in line, and I think by the end of the line, you're kind of just whatever you get is what you get. Okay, so without further ado, let me kind of turn you around and I will share with you what we got today, and then tomorrow I will share with you what we picked up tomorrow. So today we definitely have the produce. We have this broccoli and cauliflower medley. This will make a really good broccoli and cheese soup. Someone's happy about something.
They gave me apples?
They gave me apples.
Fried apples.
Somebody looking for a baked apple?
Yes.
Okay, so we have some of these. I actually have 2 boxes. Again, the elderly couple, and then we our family. Our family got a whole box plus 3 extra bags. And I know the elderly couple did take a bag of these, so that was kind of neat. This has already gotten into, even though I pulled out yogurt for breakfast. But these are 12 cups. These are 0 sugar mixed berry yogurts. And their use by date is May 3rd, 2022, so a week ago. But they are still good. I'll just get those into the fridge and use that up. We have a ton of milk here. Now our family really doesn't do milk. So I have, again, some people I can ask for, but we have a 2%, a 1%, 1 whole milk, and 1 0% fat-free milk. Ugh. Okay. Again, yay! I think I can make yogurt from 2%, but I'm not sure. I have a mama that needs the whole milk, so I will make sure she gets that. I'm pretty sure these are 5-pound bags of apples, so we have 10 pounds here. A couple bruised ones, but like you saw my boys' faces. They're pretty excited. And again, we have another box of produce. I feel like I'm complaining. I'm really not. if I can't use it, I want to make sure that somebody else can. And I know that there's families in our church that will use this, and so this is why I feel comfortable taking it, because I know that there are other families that can use it. So this is white American, and this is yellow American, I guess. But these are the processed shredded cheese, and these ones really affect my stomach. And the kids that really should be dairy free should not have these. So these will also get passed. So the milk and the cheese will get passed. I've told you how much I love this yogurt, so I'm really excited about this. It's not sweet at all. So per 1 cup, there's all the things. So it does have 10 grams of added sugar, but it, compared to what you get with some of these other ones, and I think those are sweetened with sucralose or something like that, it really is not that sweet at all. It's a very light, mild sweetness, and it's really nice. I have 4 bags of pork Swedish meatballs. So some of these are damaged, but I can see from here what they are. So we have 4 of those. I have 10 pounds of potatoes, which is really helpful because my husband has to make lunch for everybody at his work. If it's your birthday, you make a lunch. And we were thinking a baked potato bar, because I am assuming these Midwestern men aren't really going to go for a green salad or a quinoa salad, which is what my husband would like. So we'll do a man meal. I have more onions, and I still have all of that down there and all of that. So I will be trying to dehydrate some more of these so that they don't go to waste. And then last but definitely not least, a pound of butter. So I'm very thankful for that. Butter is crazy right now. And try as we might to be careful about what we use, we do use a lot. And my little stockpile is going down, dwindling quickly. So here is today. With the stuff that we will use, it definitely covers, the $10. Just even those apples alone is worth $10. And then we have some yogurts, some produce, some more yogurts, some potatoes, some meatballs, and butter. And butter. Butter is almost like $4 a pound for us, I believe. So that will be hoarded well. And here is what we picked up today, and I will share with you tomorrow what we end up with. So, Shalise, I thought you were going to shop once a month. Well, I did have to run into the store today, and let me show you what I got. This haul was $40.89 after all the coupons and everything. So let's get started.
$25.
I saved $25. Yeah, something like that. These were marked down to $1.79. They are gluten-free and have a bunch of things. So I'm actually putting these aside and going to save them for a vacation trip that we take every year. So these will be really good to have, and then we can have shelf staple milk that kind of goes with us, and that'll be good. I had a coupon for a free one, so I grabbed that. One of the reasons I went was actually for 2 things. One, I had some coupons expiring. One of those being I had a deal for a free dozen eggs. So that was one of them. These were on sale for $1.97 for 3 pounds of oranges. So I grabbed those. And let's see. This was the other coupon. This was $1.60. I'll have to put it here. I don't remember how much off it was, but it made it like $4. And since we used up pretty much all of the ones that I had put aside from Sam's Club this past week with the chicken pox and all of the smoothies we have, I need to replace them. So I grabbed that because this was on sale, and then with my coupon it brought it even lower, so that was good. Butter was also on sale. This is another thing I needed to get with my coupon that was expiring. And these were a really great deal this week. They were $2.88, and I had a 55-cent off of one. And so I picked up just a couple more to have. I didn't know, I really didn't have a whole lot of money on me, so I wanted to kind of make sure that I kept it to what I needed. This was a need. This is 19 cents in the clearance, so now my husband has one and we don't have to have one back and forth between the two cars. This was in the clearance, 89 cents for 1 pound of red kidney beans. Needed more laundry soap, so I grabbed one of these. And this was $1.49, I think, after the coupon. This was also the other coupon. I needed some mozzarella cheese to try and make some they're keto-friendly chicken nuggets made with like canned chicken, and you need mozzarella cheese. So this ended up being little less than $4, I believe, because it took $1.25 off. So I think it was $3.75. So that was a good deal. And then this ended up being $1.25 for this marinara. I grabbed some of that. I'm pretty well stocked. But I did more pasta sauce when I was canning last year, and this year I would like to try to do like more diced tomatoes. So if I can get it pretty darn cheap, I'm just going to buy one here and there and just have it on the shelf. But I'm not going to go kind of crazy and stockpile it, for lack of a better word. We'll just see how many tomatoes end up on my doorstep this year. In order to get the dollar offs to save $5, I ended up spending $2, which still ended up saving me the $3 that I needed. So still ended up saving $1, and it was something that I could use. And I just picked up a couple of these barbecue sauce, and I can use these on the meatballs that we get from the food trucks. I'm actually going to use them as a meal that I need to bring, so I volunteered to bring the meatballs, and we'll have the meatballs and the and I'll just use these barbecue sauce and kind of keep the more favored barbecue sauce for us. So these ended up being 99 cents each. After that, my daughter found this in the clearance, and the kids kind of ate this on the way home from catechism tonight, so that was a fun treat. This is my steal of the night. That is $1. And today is May 10th, and it had to be sold by today. So I will ground that up, put it in the freezer. I might just put the whole thing in the freezer and have it on hand. And then this is sourdough bread, and I had $1 off of this, pretty much. So this was $1. And there's a reason why I got that, and I can't think of it. But anyway, that's what I picked up tonight. Again, I kind of needed to replenish, and this coupon was expiring, and this was a really good deal to get this whole bag. This is a 3-pound bag for $4 of mixed fruit. So that was a great deal. Free eggs. I really did not want to miss on that. And the butter. Again, a terrific deal, especially because I'm kind of low on butter. So this is what I got tonight. This was $40, and I will add that total to my grand total so far for this month. A lot of this month I'm just trying to eat from the pantry and freezer and try to save as much money as I can. And yeah, so $40, and I'm really happy, and I'm thankful, and I'm gonna go put this all away because I'm really tired. Good morning. This was a huge surprise. I'll be honest, I really did not expect a lot today because there was so many cars there. And I have an understanding with one of the ladies there that I always tell her, hey, if there's not enough for me, let me know, because I will be fine. But she said that the trucks have so much today, so here's what we have, and look at all this produce. Like, my heart just sang. And meat. Let me, whew. Anyway, I'm thankful because I think since we're out of the woods, I can definitely be more helpful to the ladies in my church again, which is always a huge thing for me. And let me just show you and how we'll be using it and whatnot. So I think I only have 2 bags of potatoes, so that would have just been one from us, and I believe the elderly couple that gave us theirs, and then the other person kept it. Let's see. There's 2. So it looks like, okay, so there is 3. Okay, I was like, well, looks like they kept some, but I think they took some out. But there's 3 of these bags of apples, like what I got yesterday, and I think this is a 5-pound bag. It would be my assumption is a 5-pound bag. So I've just been putting them in the back fridge. These I will make sure that the ladies in our church, especially the ones with younger kids and those that want to make applesauce and whatnot, can get some because there's more bags of apples over there. But they will definitely be loved. Like I said, my son is really loving baked apples, and that's just a treat to his heart when he does that. There are 2 huge bags of this grilled and diced seasoned chicken, and since it's been packed by this date and it's been frozen, I don't think the ladies in our church are comfortable with this. I don't mind. It's frozen. So I will dice this up into smaller portions before I put it in the freezer, and that kind of helps with, I don't have to defrost the whole bag. So this is the first thing I usually do when I get home, stuff that needs to be frozen, but in large quantities, I'll portion it out smaller. We have 4 more boxes of these turkey burgers. Someone suggested grounding them up and using them as like taco meat or something, and that's a fantastic idea because they were crumbly and they weren't my family's favorite. I loved them, so I would just tuck a whole box aside just for me to have as a lunch, which is kind of nice. So that was nice. In terms of those potatoes, we also have these bags of potatoes. Look at this cabbage. Isn't this gorgeous? There are 3 things of cabbage here. Thinking egg roll in a bowl, because we got all those pork from a few weeks ago that's in the freezer. But also we've got 1 batch over here of sauerkraut going, and it didn't make as much as I thought it would. So we may end up even using it for more sauerkraut. I don't know. I love cabbage. But this was so exciting. These are zucchini and squash. I love zucchini and squash. Love it, love it, love it. There was one that I set aside. This is kind of slimy and it looks a little icky. So I just set that one aside. Might chop that whole section off and then just use this half. We'll see. But yeah, excited about that. So many bags of meatballs. So these are 2-pound bags, and what I decided to do is the mamas to the kids I babysit. I have 2 today, and then I have another mama that just had her 3rd baby, and then I have the neighborhood. So the neighbors next to us and, well, okay, yeah, too much information. But anyway, one of the neighbors next to us, they are tilling up some of their ground, and she's not going to do as big of a garden, and so she's going to let me use her soil that she's built up all these years, and they're still working it. They want to keep busy. They're both retired. She's got a lot of medical issues that she's dealing with. So anyway, all that to say, she is letting me use her land for some planting potatoes. I really wanted to try, so she's letting me use that, and some green beans, because she's not going to plant 150 plants of tomatoes this year. So she's going to let me use some of that for green beans. She's giving me some lilacs. I'm making some lilac jelly. So a lot of just really fun things going on, and I kind of wanted to bless them. So I think I'm going to put like maybe 3 packages. I think there's 5 here. 3 packages in the crock pot with a bottle of the barbecue sauce that I bought last night. And I'm going to give some to the ladies to the mamas that I babysit for, and then have some for us and for the neighbors, just kind of as a thank you tonight for dinner. So kind of reworking the plan, but this way, since I have a lot and it's a way to kind of help and bless them, I'm going to do that. There's something else I was going to say, but I forgot. There are 2 more of these turkey breasts, and I ended up canning the last ones that I did, and I just had them on the shelf so that my thinking was have have something like that so that if we, for whatever reason, can't cook, I have some kind of meat source protein. It didn't make a ton, but it did make enough for a meal or 2 or 3 for our family. So that was great. This is the other bag of potatoes.
Mommy, I put a jar out there for bees so they can put honey in it.
Okay. So I guess they didn't take a bag of potatoes. Wonder. Okay, anyway, so here's some apples. Here's some more apples. There are 3 more things of this yogurt. Johnny's finishing his breakfast. He had some cottage cheese and he ate, this is freezer applesauce that I did last year, and so we're kind of working through that. Was it good, John?
Yeah, I also had some coffee cake.
Oh, that's right. You got a piece of the blackberry coffee cake. Are you growing? You ate a ton of food this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah? I think you are.
I want more food.
Oh, that's nice. You want to try that again?
What?
You want to try that again?
May I have more food?
What would you like?
Yogurt.
More yogurt?
No.
Oh, one of the ones from yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Dude, are you growing? Because you've eaten like half the fridge. Oh, you want to grow. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine. If you're not hungry, don't eat if you don't need to. Okay? All right. Where was I? Oh, yogurt and more onions and then more of the processed cheese. I'm so ecstatic about the produce. That's like warms my mama heart. Oops. But we've got, oh, it looked like a big bruise right there. Since that's wet, that's going to rot really quickly, so I gotta change the plastic. And I mentioned all these are, a stuff to kind of think about because I know these kinds of videos get views that aren't necessarily people that subscribe to my channel. So if this is stuff that you get and you're trying to look for things to do, here you go. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about, because I've been doing this lately, some things that you can make with this. I mean, obviously there's so much produce here, and that's fantastic. And this is, what are you looking for? Oh, can you give me a second? Give me a second, I'll go get it. So again, this is 3 families. There's 2 elderly couple. I think one literally goes because he loves my kids, and so he goes, he grabs what he wants, and then he just gives the rest because I'm not kidding when I say he loves my kids. And then the other elderly couple were our neighbors, and they go to and kind of pick up what they need, look for some stuff for their dogs and whatnot. So there are 3 families here, and if I looked at it just a family, we had 1 bag of potatoes, 1 thing of onions, 1 thing of apples, 1 cheese, 2 meatballs, 1 chicken, 2 turkeys. Yeah, because I think they took some. The other couple took some. But this was like 1. So I don't think I got this. I think the first 2 cars got this. Anyway, or maybe some got this and some got this. I don't know. It all comes in like boxes, and then we put it on the table, and then we kind of figure things out. But anyway, you've got breakfast here with yogurt. You've got apples. You can do potato soup with onion and potatoes. Some zucchini and squash roasted with some meatballs would be fantastic, or even the burgers. Make some fries out of these potatoes. They're super simple to make, and if you have an air fryer, that would be another option. But for the longest time, I just did it in the oven, and I will leave you down below one of our favorite recipes to do. But a super simple one is just to kind of make potato wedges. Put a little bit of olive oil on it, some salt, pepper, or skip the salt and pepper and put Lowry's on it. That is thebomb.com. And then just have some of those. Cabbage. You can do egg roll in a bowl, but instead of like your pork flavors it really well. So that's typically why I do like a sausage roll, and it's cheap. I used to get like a ground turkey that I could flavor, but it really doesn't give as great a flavor as pork. But you could use some of this turkey chest for it. Just kind of boil it, shred it, and then put it in the egg roll in a bowl. For that you'll need some onion, some carrot, cabbage, garlic. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and your meat. soy sauce, ginger. Ginger is the bomb for that. You don't skip out on the ginger. Except for my mom. My mom would say not my kind of ginger because I use ginger like people use vanilla because I love ginger. So there's that. But anyway, there's so many options here. I hope that gave you some ideas. Cheese can be put on just about anything. You can even make cheesy potatoes if you want. So, all right. I've talked long enough. Here's what we're doing. And then don't forget, I will be posting what we've eaten this week tomorrow. And I'll see you next time.